Troubleshooting hinge bind after door installation. In any building project, secure openings require proper door installation. This video will demonstrate how to correct when the hinge binds against the rabbet or the stop. Step 1. Preparation. Select the right materials and tools for this project. Follow all job site proper safety procedures. Hinge bind against the rabbet is when the hinge edge of the door closest to the hinge barrel is hitting the rabbet of the frame and not allowing the door to open or close properly. There are several ways of shimming which will move the door away from the hinge jamb and eliminate the hinge bind. First, open the door and place a support or wooden wedge under the door to relieve tension. Starting with the top hinge, remove the hinge and add a steel shim between the leaf of the hinge and the door or frame. Repeat this process for each hinge on the unit. Use 2 shims that are each half the thickness of those just used to minimize the gaps and allow the hinge leaf surfaces to remain flush with the rabbet and backset surfaces. Reinstall the hinge and be sure to tighten the hinge machine screws into the reinforcement. Remove the support or wooden wedge from under the door and close it slowly. Check the clearances for the desired dimension. After each adjustment, the door should be closed slowly to check the perimeter clearances. Hinge bind against stop. Hinge bind against the stop is when the edge of the door closest to the stop is hitting the rabbet of the frame and not allowing the door to close properly. This causes the door to spring back away from the frame on the lock side. There are several ways of shimming which will move the door to eliminate the bind. The following guidelines should be used in shim applications. Open the door and support it with blocking to relieve tension from the hinges and door. Smaller shims should be used in this application. Starting with the top hinge, remove the hinge and add a shim between the leaf of the hinge and the frame. This smaller shim should be added between the hinge and hinge reinforcement, pushing the door away from the rabbet and eliminating the bind. Repeat this process for each hinge on the unit. Remove the blocking under the door and close it slowly to verify that the clearances meet the desired dimensions. The procedures in this video are only guidelines. Please follow all applicable building codes, standards, and accepted practices specific to your geographic location. For more information, visit www.steeldoor.org.